I sent out a post on X whenever I was a little bit upset that said, is Barron Trump gonna go to war? Is he gonna enlist in the military? And it's not so much just about Barron, because like the children of a political leader don't have to be responsible for the actions of that political leader. I get that. But it serves to illustrate a point, which is when Trump is so callous, when Hegseth is so callous, when Leavitt comes out and tries to justify both of them being so callous about American lives being lost, or a girls' school in Iran being hit and dozens of kids dying. And the response is sort of like, I don't know, that's war. Hey, whatever. More people are going to die. A part of the reason someone like Trump is so disconnected from the human toll, and you can tell literally can't even sympathize with it, is because it's not him, it's not his kid. So when you bring up Barron, I think it illustrates that point of like the billionaire president's son is not going to be impacted by this, but maybe our family members, our friends will be. And that's something that Lawrence O'Donnell brought up on his show during a pretty striking monologue. Here we go.
An unconstitutional war, and you are of the age that is eligible to fight and die in your father's war, what do? There is no suspense tonight about what Barron Trump will do. He will do nothing. In 2 weeks, he will have his 20th birthday party. It will surely be a lavish affair. None of his friends will show up in military uniforms. No one who Barron Trump has ever been in a classroom with is likely to have joined the military. Donald Trump has been quoted by his former White House chief of staff saying that soldiers killed in combat are suckers and losers.
Just the quickest pause for the video amid all of this chaos. If you do appreciate these updates, please click the subscribe button, click the like button. Both of those are completely free, but subscribe is the most important to support what we do. Back to the video.
What does that make a soldier who wasn't in combat and is killed? What does that make a soldier who was an IT specialist, who was never supposed to be exposed to anything more dangerous than a computer screen, who got killed in action, sitting in what was the safety of his office until Donald Trump started a war? Barron Trump will not be attending Declan Cody's funeral. Barron Trump, like every member of the Trump family, has never attended the military funeral of someone that they know who was killed in action. Like Barron Trump, Declan Cody was a college student, a sophomore at Drake University, and an Army reservist from West Des Moines, Iowa. He was an IT guy, an Army IT specialist. He graduated from Valley High School in West Des Moines in 2023, and he was one of the first American military personnel killed in Donald Trump's war. The others in the first group of names released were Captain Cody Cork, 35 years old, from Winter Haven, Florida. Sergeant First Class Noah Tejans, age 42, from Bellevue, Nebraska, and Sergeant First Class Nicole Amore from White Bear Lake, Minnesota, who was 39 years old. Tiffany Trump is 32 years old and eligible for military service in her father's war. No one in the Trump family will ever have any idea what it's like when they come and ring your doorbell.
So you can see why that's so powerful. Again, I do want to articulate the principle of just because you're the family member of a president doesn't mean you're responsible for their choices. You might disagree with them. We know that Barron and Tiffany, I think, agree with them. But regardless, it's not you. And it's not to say Barron should go fight and die. It's about illustrating the point, and it's a bigger one, even than just the very important one that is at the center of this being war. It's about how disconnected from the average American in general Trump is. He could never, ever in his brain, really think about it, there's no world in which he can even understand what it means to budget do I have enough in my bank account to get this batch of groceries? He doesn't even know that groceries is a common word people use. He thought that he brought it back and like it was an old-fashioned thing that people didn't use anymore. He doesn't know what it even means, like as a conceptually, to not be able to afford health insurance and to be worried if something happens, you literally will go bankrupt because you need medical care. Like he doesn't know what that means experientially. And he definitely doesn't know what it means to be worried for a loved one because of decisions of political leaders. He was asked to serve and he came up with some bogus excuse. When it's him, he has to be exempted. But when it's other people's sons and daughters and parents and siblings, he says that's the way it is. It's not really a big deal. It's just kind of life. It's war. And that is infuriating. And it again underlines, yes, how for Trump to be leading us in this is a whole nother level of terrifying. War in general is frightening. Being very skeptical and cautious of this type of regime change war is rational, regardless of who's in power. But I could imagine a different president under similar circumstances articulating the need for us to engage in military strikes. Me going, please don't tell me we're going to do what we've done before. And having some level of trust that maybe they have a reason for this. With Trump, his history of not even understanding complex geopolitical topics and constantly lying about everything and jumping into stuff that he doesn't have a good plan for is so well documented that it adds to the fear. So you have that and understanding it doesn't feel like, based on the facts we've observed of his words and behaviors, that he will be as cautious as you'd be with American soldiers' lives if you cared about them. And even before his comments in response to the casualties in this war, he's already literally disparaged the concept of service. I know that it feels like so long ago and, oh, that's old news, but he's done it publicly. The John McCain, I like people who weren't captured. Like that should have been an early sign. And then his own former chief of staff, highly respected, as Trump put it, General John Kelly, confirmed the reporting we had gotten months before that Trump called fallen soldiers suckers and losers, because in his mind, he's thinking, why would you go do something for a cause for other people when it wouldn't serve you? Why would you put your life in danger when it could lead to you dying in the service of others? Like he does, as difficult as it would be for him to understand going to the grocery store and having to like calculate, okay, I have only $68 that I could use right now, but I need this. Okay, do I have a coupon? As difficult as it is for him to comprehend that, similarly, equally as difficult for him to understand sacrificing anything in service of others. And that's why I think the Barron Trump point is profound, especially while people his age will be risking their life for this war that Trump is struggling to give us a clear vision on or a clear legal premise. Meanwhile, Barron's just raking in money because of his name, which they told us was the great sin of Joe Biden because Hunter Biden. But Hunter Biden at least was like older and had actual businesses. What the heck is Barron Trump starting Soyuz Yerba Mate? Okay, and then he's Barron Trump's new get rich quick scheme linked to father's donor. Oh, shocker. Or his $150 million net worth because of his stake in World Liberty Financial, which foreign governments and foreign individuals are funneling money to get favors, to get favors from Trump as president. That life where you go, oh yeah, hey, could you just give me some stake in that company? I don't know anything about World Liberty. I don't know, like crypto, whatever. But just give it because I'm Trump. I'm Barron Trump, so just give it to me. Oh yeah, I'm going to get $150 million. Great, cool. Oh, a lot of that's funded through people who are doing it to get in the good graces of Trump. Yeah, cool. That life is so far disconnected from the life almost every American is living. It blows my mind. And it would be one thing if Trump was like running for president and then we were making these points, but we've now put him in office twice. Not us, but us knowing this about him. And now it feels like just now some of the people who got duped that he was their warrior are sort of realizing maybe he's a warrior for the elites because he is one, and that's all he's ever cared about.